Prairie Creek Panthers. This is Miss Jewell from 5th grade. I hope you're all doing well, and I want to encourage you to take 20 minutes out of your day, every day, to read a good book. Then I challenge you to share something that you enjoyed in your book with someone you know. It could be a recap of your whole story, maybe you retell it, a summary, or maybe you're sharing your favorite line of personification or point of view. Just something fun that'll interest someone.
Hey everyone, it's Miss Wreath from 5th grade at Bethesda. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you're finding time to read some wonderful books with some very interesting characters. Remember, 5th graders, whenever you're analyzing characters, always look at what they say, think, and do. Just remember there's a lot more to a character than just their physical description.
Hey, it's Miss Gare. Shout out to the 5th graders at Clovercroft. Hope you all are doing your 20 minutes of reading a day. Don't forget, if you've read a book and you love it, write a book review. Email it to your friends and your teachers. Miss Fitch and I would love to hear from you. Happy reading. We miss y'all.
Hey guys, this is Miss Lauderdale giving a shout out to my Crockett family and all of my 5th graders. I know we are all on pins and needles waiting for this pandemic to end, but while we're still apart, I have a few challenges for you. Try to find figurative language in the things you read or the things you hear on TV. Or you could also create a how-to writing that details specifically how to make your favorite meal or how to do a dance. Just make sure that you are exercising your body and your brain each day.
Hi everyone, this is Miss Kay from College Grove, and I'm here to share a reading tip with our 5th graders. Remember as you're reading to try to determine the theme. The theme of a story is the lesson about life that the author wants you to understand. Look at the characters' actions and how they respond to challenges in the story to help you determine the theme. Also remember, themes are never story specific. For example, honesty is the best policy. I challenge you as you read a story to try to determine the theme and then try to apply that theme to your daily life or to another story. We miss you and keep on reading.
Hey Cheetahs, 5th graders, this is Mrs. Patterson, and I just wanted to take a moment to remind you about the great reading strategy of summarizing. Remember when you are reading that every so often you should take a moment to ask yourself, what did I just read? To help you remember what you are reading, take time to summarize. Miss Turner and I taught you some really great strategies how to summarize this year. One of my favorites with fiction is this quick word strategy, and it says, somebody wanted, but so then. Who's the main character? What did they want? So, what happened next? Then, how did that story finally resolve? Hope you've enjoyed this tip. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.
Hello, Creekside Otters. This is Mr. Sandy, 5th grade. This week I would like you guys to work on context clues. Don't skip over the unfamiliar words in your text, but dig deep, read the paragraphs they appear in, and see if you can make a game of figuring out the meanings. Until next time, I miss you guys, and I'll see you guys later.
Hello, Edmondson 5th graders. Miss C here. My goodness, we miss you. We hope you're doing well and doing lots of reading. Remember, as you read, you can always stop to think and ask yourself, what's the main idea and what's the theme? Remember, main idea is always connected to the text. It is what the book is mainly about, and it's a complete sentence. For example, the United States has made many changes since the outbreak of the coronavirus. Can you think of some supporting details?
Good morning, Edmondson Explorers. Mrs. Bagwell here. You just heard from Miss C about main idea, but remember, theme is different. Theme is a complete sentence that shares a universal truth or a lesson that can be learned in the text. An example of theme would be, it is always best to practice good hygiene. Some questions you might ask yourself after establishing the theme would be, why is good hygiene important? What are some ways that good hygiene keeps you healthy? As you're reading, look for main idea and themes and talk about it with your parents. You can even put it in a Google slide and share it with Miss C and I. We'd love to see it.
Hey Fairview Hawks, I hope you're finding a special place and a special time to read every day. I just want to share with you one thing that you could do after you read is possibly share it with your parents or brother or sister around the dinner table. Also, when you finish reading the book, you could use the summary strategy of somebody wanted but so then. Keep your comments coming to me. Some of you have already shared what you've been reading and what you've been doing. And remember, we're here for you.
Hi, this is Mrs. Sakrapani with your GES Reading Tip of the Week. One of my favorite things to do while I'm reading is make predictions. I like to do that before I start reading, while I'm reading, And even after I'm finished, I like to make a guess as to what I think will happen next. So why don't you try that this week? Enjoy!
Hi, this is Meagan Boggs. Mrs. Greider and I want you to know that we look forward to being able to finish Number the Stars with you. We also want to remind you to keep reading. The only way we get better at reading is by reading. Remember, if you come to something you don't understand or don't remember, go back and reread.
Hi Heritage Eagles, Miss Sepulveda here. I hope you are doing lots and lots of reading while you're home right now. One thing you can do is you can take a favorite book you've read before or a new book and rewrite the story from a different character's perspective. We've talked a lot about how that can change the story and we get different information from different characters, so give that a try to spice up your reading a bit.
Hi from Hillsborough School. This is Mrs. Pfeiffer, 5th grade, ELA. I have a reading tip for all you 5th graders out there. Just read. I know it sounds silly, but it works. Also, if you have someone to chat with about your reading, I would suggest discussing your newer developments. Main character, setting, problem, and solution.
Hey Jordan Jets, it's Mrs. Roberts sending a shout out to our 5th graders. We know you've been reading some great books while you're home with your families. Here's a strategy we used in 5th grade. During reading, get out some sticky notes. While reading, try to code the text with evidence from the text. Some of our coding symbols included the plus sign, which represented new ideas or information. The check mark stands for something that you knew about before reading. The light bulb is when you come up with a bright idea for the world. The question mark, you can write down some new vocabulary words or write down things you were wondering during reading. Don't forget the LOL. That way you could share something funny or entertaining that you read in the text. Enjoy those books. Miss you all.
Everyone, it's Lindsay West from Kenrose Elementary School here for a helpful tidbit. Let's say, for example, you're reading a fiction or a nonfiction story and you get to a word you don't know. What should you do? Look for context clues. Now, context clues can come in different ways. 1 being a synonym, 2 being an antonym, 3 a definition, and 4 a restatement. So, be on the lookout, because those can really help you. Happy reading!
Hi, it's Carroll, 5th grade teacher at Lipscomb Elementary with some reading tips. Make sure you're reading every single day. You've got plenty of time now, so find a cozy spot and enjoy it. Remember, good readers think about what they're reading, making connections, inferencing, use context clues, visualize. Think about what the character is thinking, saying, and feeling to help you understand what the author is saying. Remember to use those note and notice skills, and you'll do great.
Hey, 5th graders, this is Miss James from Longview Elementary School. I hope everyone is taking this opportunity to spend some quality time with their family and that everybody is staying healthy. I want to share a couple of strategies and tips for you to use as you're reading. The first one is to challenge yourself to read something that you've never read before, like a new genre or a book that you may have decided you didn't want to try to read yet. Try it. You might be surprised. You'll enjoy it. And then the second one, which is my favorite, is visualizing. Create a picture or a movie in your mind as you're reading. Use the details the author gives you. Before you know it, you'll be finished with the book.
Hey Chargers, Mrs. Batuto here from 5th grade. When you read at home, try to read both fiction and nonfiction. Check out the new ELA app on your dashboard. When you're reading, try to think about the author's point of view. You can do that by asking yourself, why did the author write this? Do you agree with the author? Why or why not? And what does the author want you to learn, think, or do after reading? Happy reading!
This is Mrs. Bunt from Nolensville Elementary School. Hi, 5th graders. This week you could start a journal. We are living history right now, and one day this will be in our social studies classes. Your journal just might be a primary source. Put the date every time you write. Include your thoughts and feelings as well as what you are doing and any changes in your life. And always, read, read, read.
Hey, happy readers. This is Mrs. Morton, 5th grade teacher at Sunset Elementary School with your weekly reading tip. I want to remind you to make sure you are using your reading comprehension strategies, especially the visualizing strategy. As you're reading, make sure you stop every once in a while and make sure you're trying to make that picture in your mind about what you've read. That will help you make sure you're understanding exactly what's going on in your book.
Hey Tigers, Mrs. Truby with a shout out to our Trinity 5th graders. I hope you're reading while we're apart. Don't forget, if you're starting a new book, you might feel a little like, what's going on? I don't know who these people are. You're in the exposition of the book. All of the things that are being introduced are new to you. Just hang in there. It's worth it. You're going to meet new characters, new plot, find out their backstory. All of that takes a little time. Just stick with it. It's worth it.
Hey Thunder, it's Mrs. Ranny here from Thompson Station Elementary. Here's a way to spice up your vocabulary. Choose a basic word and then see who can come up with the most synonyms. Let's try it. Happy.
Excited.
Overjoyed.
Pumped up.
Elated.
Joyful.
Ooh, you win. I can't wait to hear your expanded vocabulary when I see you again soon.
Hi, Winstead readers. I hope you're doing well. I wanted us to take a few moments and think about the contrast and contradiction signpost. I want you to think about why might the character be acting in a way that you don't expect them to act, and realize that that is a very important part in our understanding of reading.
Hi, this is Miss McCord from Westwood Elementary, and I have some reading tips for 5th graders. I hope you've been reading lots of good books while we've been out of school. I hope that you've been thinking about the theme of the book that you're reading. Remember, the theme is the author's message. You can look at what the characters say and what the characters do and apply that lesson to your own life. Keep reading.
Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Bird from Scales Elementary. Let's talk about context clues. When you're reading and you come across a word you don't know, take a look at the words and phrases around the unfamiliar word. The text probably has some clues that will help you figure out what the new word means, including a synonym, an antonym, an example, or an explanation. Now, pause your video and see if you can figure out the meaning of these new awesome words. And keep reading.
Hey all you fabulous 5th graders, it's Miss Hillis here from Edmondson. Hope you all are well and your families are healthy. Hope you're reading some great books, and while you read, practice some ways you can engage in your reading with a scavenger hunt. Grab some post-it notes to mark your pages or a sheet of paper to write down some page numbers and try to find as many similes, metaphors, onomatopoeias, personifications, and alliterations as you can. Making notes or drawing pictures for your book or how you feel about your book really help you sink into the world that it creates and helps you connect as the reader. Hope to see you all very soon. Don't forget to wash your hands and be kind to one another, explorers.